The world of hip-hop is riddled with tales of friendship, rivalry, and collaborations, but few stories are as intriguing and enigmatic as the relationship between Keefe and Tupac Shakur. Keefe, whose real name is Dwayne Keith Davis, is a figure in the hip-hop world who has often found himself in the shadows of the genre's legends. His involvement with Tupac Shakur, one of the most iconic and influential figures in the history of rap music, has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation for years. In this exploration of Keefe's connection with Tupac Shakur, we delve into the complexities of their relationship, the events that brought them together, and the controversies that continue to shroud their association. From the East Coast-West Coast rivalry to the unsolved murder of Tupac, Keefe's story is a crucial piece of the puzzle that is hip-hop history. Before delving into Keefe's connection with Tupac Shakur, it's essential to understand Keefe's background and how he found himself in the turbulent world of hip-hop. Keefe was born in Los Angeles, California, and grew up in Compton, a neighborhood notorious for its gang activity and crime rates. His affiliation with the infamous Southside Crips gang would play a significant role in his life and eventually lead him to cross paths with Tupac. Keefe's early life was marked by a criminal record that included arrests for drug-related offenses and violence. He was no stranger to the harsh realities of the streets, and his reputation as a streetwise figure would later become intertwined with his association with Tupac Shakur. The mid-1990s witnessed one of the most infamous feuds in hip-hop history, the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. Tupac Shakur, representing the West Coast, was embroiled in this feud, primarily with artists and figures from the East Coast, most notably the notorious B.I.G. and Sean Diddy Combs, formerly known as Puff Daddy. Keefe found himself drawn into this heated feud, despite not being a rapper himself. Keefe's involvement with Death Row Records, a prominent West Coast record label headed by Marion Suge Knight, made him a peripheral figure in the feud. Death Row Records was Tupac's record label, and his affiliation with it tied him closely to the West Coast faction of the feud. Keefe's association with Death Row and his connections to various individuals involved in the feud, including Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur, would later prove significant. On the night of September 7, 1996, the world of hip-hop was forever changed. Tupac Shakur was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada, after attending a boxing match. He would succumb to his injuries 6 days later. The circumstances surrounding Tupac's murder remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in music history. Keefe's name entered the conversation when he made a shocking confession in 2008. In a taped interview with author and filmmaker R.J. Bond, Keefe claimed that he was in the car when Tupac was shot and that he knew who the assailant was. He also revealed that the shooting was a result of the ongoing East Coast-West Coast feud, with members of the Southside Crips allegedly involved. However, Keefe's credibility was brought into question. Some argued that his confession might have been an attempt to gain notoriety or protect his own interests. The interview raised more questions than it provided answers, leaving the mystery of Tupac's murder unsolved. Keefe's confession added a new layer of complexity to the already convoluted narrative surrounding Tupac's murder. While he implicated several individuals in the shooting, including his own nephew Orlando Anderson, no arrests were made based on this confession. Anderson was killed in a separate incident in 1998, further complicating any potential legal action.